Good morning, my dear students. Well, this is Nuruddin Safi. I am going to teach you science of class 6, chapter number 7, getting to know plant. Getting to know plants. A very important chapter which is related to our life. Students, all you know that plants are very necessary for human life, human life and animal life, because plant gives us oxygen. With the help of plants we can find cold air. Except this necessary part of oxygen, plant gives us so many things, such as wood. Plants gives us wood, fruits, flowers, beans, seeds, vegetables, fabric, thread, fibers, natural fibers. These items we obtain from plants. So plants play a very important role in our life. Plants hold a very important role in our life and animal life also. These are also known as lungs of forest, are also called lungs of earth. Forest are also known as lungs of earth. Now we discuss about plant. Firstly, type of plants. How many type of plants? So many types. Plants are broadly classified into herbs, shrubs, and trees. Depending on their size, herbs, shrubs, and trees, they are depending upon their size. A smallest size of plant are called herbs. Herbs play very important role, very important for life, human life and animal life also. Herbs are plants which are soft and thin, green stem, small in size, soft and thin green stem. These three characters very important for herbs, and in Hindi we can say jadi booty also. They are usually short in height and do not have many branches. Don't have many branches. They do not live for more than a few months. They can't live. The lifespan is very short. Just like coriander, mustard, and tomatoes are example of herbs. Herbs is complete. Next, shrubs. Herbs is shrubs. These are larger than herbs. Shrubs are plants with thin small hard, lightly hard, woody stem. Hard but light hard, woody stem. They grow to a medium height. The stem branched near the base of plant. Near the base of plant. Suppose herbs in a pot, shrubs, soil surface, root parts, and so many branch. From this particular, from the base, they are larger in size in the comparison of herbs. And the all branch comes from the base, one point, from one point base. And the stem, this stem is woody and thin. Thin and woody, slightly hard, grow up from one point. That point is called base, and size wise they are larger than herbs. Just like streets, you might have seen, mostly students might have seen rose and lemon are the example of shrubs. Then third one is trees. I think, my dear students, everybody know about the tree. You might have seen here and there in a school campus. There are a lot, huge amount, huge canopy in a school campus, and in your colony also, in a park, in a zoo. So, tree, everybody know about the tree, but Tree are tall. Some are extra tall. Tall plants with thick, hard and very hard also. Woody and branches also woody. Some branches also in some plants or branches also woody. Stem also woody. The stem is called the suppose tree. This is soil surface. It is root part. The branch also very branch. Plants. This stem is called welcome back, dear students. I am going to teach you science of class 6 chapter 7 getting to know plants. I have already explained regarding plants, types of plants, but in previous video there were examples were left. Example of trees were left, so I want to say again the examples of tree: mango tree, papaya, banana. You might have seen so many trees in your garden area, park, in school campus, and in your colony. So many trees are available here and there easily. Except these three, some plants have weak stem. They can't stand upright without any support. They want support. These plants are along the ground, such plants called creepers. Next point. Creepers. Creeper plants, just like watermelon, pumpkin, so many examples of creepers. Pumpkin and bitter gourd are good example of creepers. Some plants with weak stem and they climb up with the support of other plants, or we can say man-made structure or man-made directions, man-made support. These plants are called climbers. Those plants climb with any other support on a wall, on a tree, on other any support of ground in ground. They are also known as, they are called climbers. Grapevine, tea and money plant. Especially we discuss money plant. It is climber because everybody know about the money plants, and one hypothesis behind the money plant. If you stole the money plant, it can grow in your house, but this is wrong. Money plant can grow easily if the condition is favorable, and they grow, money plant grow very fast. So that is a very good example of climber. All plant has two main part. The root system and the shoot system. The root system and the shoot system. First one, root system and shoot system. First one, the root system. With the help of these systems, root system and shoot system, which grow in the soil and outside the soil. Outside the soil, preferred shoot system, the whole outside plant is under shoot system, and inside the soil part of plant particles are known as root system. So root system is grow in the soil, and the shoot system which grow above the soil. First one, a plant cannot survive without root. First point, plant cannot survive without root system. If we cut off the root of the plant and fix it back in the soil, the plant dried and dies after some time. First of all dry, then die after some time. The system, the root of a plant have four important functions. First point, roots hold the plant firmly in the soil. Number second, roots absorb water and nutrients from the soil for the plants. Third point, roots help in transportation of water and minerals up to the stem and into the branches. Next point, fourth point. Roots prevent soil erosion by holding soil particles together. There are two activities in your book which you will do it at home. Now, let's start. Type of root. How many type of root? There are two type of root. First one, tap root. Tap root just like B, lateral root. These are lateral root. Students, I will explain again. Taproot, the main branch. Main branch. Just like in a carrot, radish. Main branch is this is main branch and so many sub branches already out from main branch. In middle, very large, concealed, solid main branch. convert in a fruit in some plant. Is prefer taproot and lateral roots. There is no main branch. All branch comes from soil layer. Under the soil layer, this spread. There is no main branch. Spread and it's merged in next branches, sub branches. Sub branches like this. These are the divided into branches, divided into sub branches. Lateral root. Example, taproot, example, carrot, and lateral root, example, mango, pine, and carrot. Mango pine is the example of mango, pine, carrot and radish are the example of taproot. Welcome back. Myself Nuruddin Safi. I am going to teach you science of class 8th, chapter number 7, how to know plants. Remain part of previous video, video number 2. 5. Taproot. There are lots of examples of taproots: mango, pine, beetroot, carrot, radish. These are the example of taproot. And this main part of this root is called lateral root. Lateral root. And these are the some roots here attached with lateral root. Second point is fibrous root. How many type of root? Two types. Taproot and fibrous root. This is the structure. Fibrous root, branch and sub-branched. Fibrous root divided into branch and branches divided into sub-branch, further divided into sub-branch, and sub-branches divided root hair and tentacles, cuticles. So this is the structure of fibrous root. Some plants have many fine fiber-like structure, fiber-like roots attached to the bone of the stem. The roots are similar and body in appearance, this is called fibrous root. Maize, wheat, onion, rice. These are the very common example of fibrous root. Fibrous root plants. Very common example. Let's start next point, modification of roots. Apart from the main function, already discussed In some roots also perform other functions. For example, the root of some plants which such as carrot, radish and beetroot. Stored food. This is the example of carrot, beetroot. This root is stored their food in it. Store food. The food is stored in a root form. The root of these plants are eaten as we eat as a food. We eat this root part as a food. Just like carrot, you always know about carrot, especially vitamin A, nutrients. Carrot is fulfilled with vitamin A and other vitamins also. And some roots called aerial roots or prop roots. Aerial roots or prop roots. Prop roots are digested to are designed to provide extra support to the plant. Students, you might have seen at village, at your mother's parental house, banyan tree, bargat ka peड़. This is the best example of aerial roots or prop roots are designed to provide extra support to the plant. Banyan tree and mangroves have aerial roots. Now we will discuss about the shoot system. The shoot system of plants consists of the stem, branches, flowers, fruits, leaves, beans, these parts are come from in the shoot system. Shoot system is the upper part of tree, outer part of the tree is come in the shoot system. So first part of this shoot system is stem. stem, which I have already told you earlier. The other name of stem is trunk. The stem is the main part of the shoot system. It is green or woody and usually grows upright. It will grow upright towards sunlight. And students, you might have seen on the roadside some plant, especially I am talking about Eta place. Some plants which are on roadside, they are scrap, anti-way. Their stem is like this, in this position, just because of sunlight, sun radiation. They want to absorb more and more light to produce more and more food. That's why they scram like this. Their stem is scram form towards the sun. Now, next point. The stem has the following functions. Very important function. This is the most important part after root. It supports the leaves, branches, flowers and fruits of the plant, parts. It is very strong, that's why it can support the whole upper body part of shoot system of plant. It supports. Good morning, my dear students. This is Nurul Safi. I am going to teach you science of class 6, chapter number 7, getting to know plant. Rest part of previous video I will explain in this video. Let us start stem. Stem is very important part, very second most important part. Now we were discussing in previous video what are the functions of stem. We have already discussed first function of stem is supports to plant and their shoot system body parts like flowers, flower, fruits, leaves, beans and whole upper part of plant, whole shoot system. Let's start next point. It carries water and minerals from the roots to every body part of plant. It carries the water along with minerals from the soil to the roots. Carry the water and minerals to transport to whole body part of shoot system of plant. So second point is transportation system. It's a carrier. Third point, it carries food. Made by the leads to the other body part of the plant. The food which is prepared in a leaf is the kitchen of plant. So the food in the form of glucose, it is transported with the help of a stem. It is transferred in the whole body parts of the plant. Whole body parts means whole body system, root system and shoot system both are included in this distribution of food. That's why it's carry the food. It's play the very important role in distribute the food in the form of glucose and many other. It's important. Now after this I will discuss modification of stem. The stem of some plants are modified to perform additional functions. In plants such as potato, potato is a modified stem, just like carrot is a modified root. Carrot used as a food and potato used as a food also, but it's the modification of stem. Potato is a stem part of the plant. Students, stem part of plant. Potato stems puff up. Buds of stem puff up and store the food in the starch form. That's why this is called potato. Is the modified stem. Ginger and turmeric. Turmeric also modified stem. Ginger modified stem. The stem is modified to store food. The stem undergoes underground in the plant. This type of stem which are modified, almost all underground stem. Almost underground stem modified. And the green stem of desert plant. The green stem of desert plants such as cactus-like plants, cactus, make food through photosynthesis as their leaves are reduced to spines. The stem of plants such as more and Bougainvillea grow, means thorns, to protect from being eaten by animals. It's very important point. The stem of plants such as pea, gourd and grapevine are weak. Hence the stem grow thread-like structure called tendrils. Thread-like structure is called tendrils. Without coil around nearby object to give support to the plant. Now next point. Leaf. Next point, leaf. Singular form, leaf. The plural is leaves. Listen. Leaves are called the food factory of plant. Leaves are called the factories of the plants. The food that the leaves make sustains all around life on land. Leaves are the various types, differing in size, shape, and color also. Leaves are flat, broad, and numerous in order to capture or much sunlight as much as possible. They are arranged on the stem in such way that each leaf gets sufficient sunlight. Parts of leaves. Parts of leaf. Here we can see the leaf. See, listen very carefully. The flat green blade-like part of leaf is called lamina. 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 कैसा? How? Flat, blade-like lamina. It is stretched to the stem with a short stalk called the petioles. Petioles, P-E-T-I-O-L-E, petioles. A leaf from growing part. When you look closely at a leaf, you will notice, students, numerous lines on it. These lines are called veins. Just like in our body, human body, animal body, veins, arteries, veins, network of veins. These lines are called veins. The thick vein in the middle of leaf is called middle. See, just like this is called middle. These are called parallel. Some leaves plate-like part, plate-like part is called lamina, and the middle part is midrib. The winds help in the movement of food, water and minerals in the leaves. Different part of leaves is shown in figure which you can see at your home in your book. So many body parts: lamina, midrib, petioles, and side wind and midrib. And another part is side wind. There are two types of venation. This network of winds in a leaf is called venation. How many type of venation? There are two type of venation. First one parallel venation, second one is reticulate venation. Parallel venation, both are parallel. It is parallel. And this is called reticulate venation. You might have seen in banana's leaf there is parallel venation, and some other people tree or other trees there is reticulate venation. How many type of venation? There are two types: parallel venation and reticulate. Now next point after the leaves part, very important points in this chapter, that is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Students, listen very carefully, very important points of this chapter. See, students almost know about students, you are having 6 standards. It's occurring leaf part of plant. In the presence of sunlight, with the help of chlorophyll, green lipids already situated in leaves, inside the leaf, with presence of carbon dioxide. So, listen carefully, the content of photosynthesis. See, first one, sunlight for photos. Photo means light, sunlight. The reaction name photosynthesis, light synthesis. We can say light synthesis also. Photo means light. So sun, light is present, appear in leaf. There is chlorophyll pigments, green color pigments is called chlorophyll, chloroplast, and this chloroplast make chlorophyll. Carbon dioxide gas liberate each other. Sunlight, carbon dioxide gas and chlorophyll, in the presence of chlorophyll. Product is glucose, sugar plus O2 oxygen. Elaborate. Very simple. In the students, next point after photosynthesis, transpiration. Transpiration. In a very simple way, I want to explain. The leaves also release vapors, water vapors. Let us start transpiration. In a simple way, in a few words, the losses of water through the leaves is called transpiration. Losses of water through the leaves is called transpiration, which here I will explain in a deeply. Plant exchange gases through tiny opening pores in the leaves is called stomata. These stomata, the leaves takes in carbon dioxide and release oxygen during the process of photosynthesis through the stomata. The leaves also release water into the air through the stomata. This process is called transpiration. Losses of water. Meanwhile, the photosynthesis process, losses of water through the leaves in the environment, in the air, is called transpiration. So it is related to leaves process. Now start. Modification of leaf. Modification of leaf. Morning students, well, this is Nuruddin Safi. I am going to teach you science of class 6th. Chapter 7, Getting to know plants. In this video, I will explain from modification of leaf. Modification of leaf. Leaves of some plants are modified to perform functions other than making food. First one, some leaves of climbers grow tendrils you know, see, if suppose it's a leaf, there is a triangle. So many like this, triangle, or like it. This type of structure in leaf is called tendril. And another leaf is a cactus spine. Like leaves modified in a spine. Spines. And if we have an extra food, just like cabbage, these three modifications you can watch in leaf. Tendrils, hair-like structure, which round and round and round. Spines in cactus, in spine cactus. Release, show, cactus show mainly the transpiration process. It's release much of water. So students, next part is flower. We can say flower. Flower is a reproductive part of plant. The flower is the reproductive organ of plant. It comes in various colors. It comes in various colors, shapes, size, and give off fragrance, aroma, fragrance. Some flowers have an unpleasant or no smell at all. No smell at all. Some flowers have a few amount of smell, little bit sweet smell, and some flowers has no smell at all, and a few flowers has very good fragrance, very good smell, which is fragrance. Plants that have flower are classified as flowering plants and non-flowering plants. Here I am discussing first flowering plants. There are plants such as fern, pine tree, and moss. Which do not have flower. These plants are called non-flowering plant. I am repeating again. There are plants such as fern, pine tree, and moss. Which do not have flower. These plants are called non-flowering plant. And those plant which have flowers are called flowering plants. Let us start part of flower. Part of flower. See the diagram. Now this is the diagram of flower. Yeah, topmost part of flower is called stigma. It is female reproductive part. And this is stigma after top part. Tiny pipe-like structure. This pipe-like structure is called style. This pipe-like structure grows in a puff-up body that is called ovary. It is called ovary. And ovary contains ovules. These three stigma, style, and ovary is called pistil. Pistil is a female reproductive organ, female reproductive part of flower, or flower is a reproductive part. So female reproductive organs is are stigma, style, and ovary. This is called pistil. And next, this is cap-like joint each other body called anther and filament. These two parts is called stamen. Stamen is male reproductive part of flower, male reproductive organ of flower. Next, receptacle. This is called receptacles and part of ovules body. Next one is, this is called sepal. It's called sepal. And the last end part is called pedicel. Last part is called pedicel. Now, pedicel and anther contain pollen grains. Anther, male reproductive part, stamen. Anther contain pollen grains, just like ovary contain ovule. So, stamen is a male reproductive organ of flower and pistil is a female reproductive organ of flower. But further explain stamen. Male reproductive part. First part, anther, connective tissues, filament. And third part is filament. The male reproductive part of the stamen is called stamen. Stamen divided into three parts. First upper part is called anther. Second one middle part connective tissues, body called connective tissue, and the last pipe-like structure is called filament. As female reproductive part, ovary, style and ovules. See, and these are pollen grains. Now dear students, see, carpel, female reproductive part, is contained style and stigma, style, ovules, swollen, slightly swollen body is called ovary, and this ovary contains ovules in both sides, left and right, and lower part of the lower swelling part, more than ovary, swelling part is called thalamus. It's called thalamus. See, in the center, ovary, in the center of the flower lies the female part called the carpel. It has three main parts: style, ovary and ovules. Style, ovules and ovary. Stigma, style, ovary. These are most important part. And ovary also contain ovules. And the lower part of the ovary is called thallus. Students, after this chapter is going to complete. And the last point of this chapter, pollination. Pollination. Pollination is the transfer. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the another to the stigma. From one plant, and the pollen grains of a flower of a plant, and these pollen grains go and fly to same flower, female reproductive organ. They go and settle in a stigma of the same flower. That type of is called self-pollination. If the pollen grains go and fly and go and settle in a same flower, it's called self-pollination. If the pollen grains fly, jump and settle to another flower and another tree of the another flower is called cross-pollination. How many type of pollination? There are two type of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Students, a little bit confusion, which I will clear. The pollen grains of a flower of a plant jump and settle same class stigma, same class reproductive, female reproductive organs stigma. It is called self-pollination. And if the pollen grains of a flower jump to another flower of another flower of same tree. It is also called self-pollination. If the flower jump and settle the stigma of the flower of another tree is called cross-pollination. There are two types of pollination. So there were a little mistake which I have already cleared. Same flower or different flower, same plant. Same flower or different flower of same plant is self-pollination. If plant is changed, it indicates cross-pollination. There are two types of pollination. And now, whole chapter is finished. Chapter 7 finished, and the last chapter will come in next video. Thank you. Bye bye.